Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A woman standing next to her truck assessing the damage from an earlier accident near Brewster was struck by her own vehicle after it was rear-ended. 3 people were sent to the hospital. The city of Wenatchee has selected a contracting team to move the Confluence Parkway project to the next phase. A winter weather advisory is in place until 4 p.m. tomorrow with heavy snow expected in the mountains. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. Multiple agencies on Thursday converged on a condemned house in an unincorporated area of Wenatchee. Authorities say the abandoned structure in the 100 block of Terminal Avenue was unsafe to occupy, but was often used for shelter by those without a home. The property was overflowing with refuse and has had no running water or electricity since February of last year. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says 1 person was recently found dead in the residence. The Sheriff's Office, the County Fire Marshal, the Chelan-Douglas Health District, and building safety agencies all took part in boarding up the structure, and Chelan County's Behavioral Health Unit was on hand to offer services to displaced people. A woman standing next to her truck assessing the damage from an earlier accident was struck by her own vehicle after it was rear-ended. The Washington State Patrol reports that at 8:30 last night, 61-year-old Reina Huesca Garcia of Oregon was standing on State Route 173 south of Brewster alongside her 2014 Ram 1500 pickup, which had come to a stop and was blocking the southbound lane. The truck was hit from behind by a 2015 Nissan Pathfinder driven by 68-year-old Doreen A. Barusha of Brewster. The truck then slid into Huesca Garcia. She, Barusha, and a passenger in the Nissan were transported to Three Rivers Hospital in Brewster with undisclosed injuries. State Route 173 was fully blocked for 90 minutes. Ferry County Prosecuting Attorney Catherine Burke has been appointed by Governor Jay Inslee to the Okanagan County Superior Court. Burke, who has been in her current role since 2015, has previously served as both a criminal prosecuting attorney and criminal defense attorney. Burke was born and raised in Okanagan County, beginning her career there as a public defender. Burke replaces longtime Judge Henry Rawson, who has been on the Superior Court since 2012. Rawson will retire on December 31st. The Republican and Democratic Congress members for North Central Washington don't agree on everything, but they agree on George Santos. 4th District GOP Congressman Dan Newhouse voted with the majority today to eject his fellow Republican from the House of Representatives. There were 311 votes in favor of bouncing the Long Island congressman who faces federal charges of financial fraud. Also among those yes votes was Democrat Kim Schreier, whose 8th district includes Chelan and Kittitas County. Another Washington Congress member, Republican Kathy McMorris Rogers of Spokane, abstained. When we come back, a native predator could receive new protections in the North Cascades, and no, it's not the grizzly. And we will wrap up our interview session with outgoing Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect, one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
The city of Wenatchee has selected a contracting team to move the Confluence Parkway project to the next phase. The city has partnered with Kramer North America LLC and Sarcella Brothers to advance with the progressive design-build approach that offers a traditional design and build process but keeps a close eye on construction costs and funding limits. Over the next 6 months, the city says it intends to begin on preliminary designs and share information with involved property owners. Construction for the project is estimated to begin in 2025. At the end of this month, Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz will officially hand the gavel to Mike Poyer, the city council member recently elected to take the office. Kuntz, who did not run for re-election after 12 years and 3 terms as mayor, says the job is a difficult one and his best hopes go with his successor.
If you leave a note in your drawer, Frank, for the next mayor to find, and he doesn't know it's there, what's the note say?
It's sort of what I think George Bush gave to Bill Clinton. You know, if he's successful, then we're all successful, right? And if Mike Poyer does a great job, then our city's going to be in a better spot, right? And he needs to do it his way. I've told him, don't follow my footsteps, make it yours, make it the way you want to do it. And I think he'll do a great job. So I am not going to be a backseat quarterback, right? It's almost his now. I'm moving out of my office on Friday. So he will sort of have the reins other than I have to sign everything. And it's amazing how quickly when you have a mayor-elect that no one, the old mayor doesn't really matter anymore. It's really a heavy transition. And I'm handing stuff to him and said, go for it. So I wish him nothing but the best of luck. We have a great staff and he'll get to work with really great people. But it's a hard job. And I think, I've said this quite a few times, I think until you sit in that position, you don't know. I looked at Mike yesterday after the 14 things I told him, and I could just tell that he's just processing, right? All of those things. The longer you do it, the easier it becomes, but there's a lot there. I just want him to be successful, because if he's successful, our city's successful, and that's all I want.
A native predator could receive new protections in the North Cascades, and no, it's not the grizzly. The Canada Lynx has known breeding populations in the north central Washington wilderness, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has released a draft recovery plan for keeping those populations at healthy levels. The plan does not include a reintroduction element like that being carried out by the Colville tribes in northeastern Washington. However, it does recommend habitat restoration and removing threats that might endanger lynx through government regulation or voluntary conservation efforts. Anyone can comment on the proposal through January 30th at the Fish and Wildlife website. Coming up next, acts of kindness continue for a Wenatchee special needs young man, this time from John Deere Corporation. More on that in tonight's feature story. A winter weather advisory is in effect through Saturday with lots of rain to follow next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or all in a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Hibis Market, where community meets.
I'm Eric Granstrom, the sports director for the NCWLIFE channel. We're here at Eastmont High School. We're going to be at Wenatchee High School. We've got basketball, we've got wrestling. It's all winter long. While you were out freezing your hind end off, we're inside staying warm. It's right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Now, am I looking into this camera? Or am I looking, where am I looking?
We're gonna have you just look at.
The holiday season is coming, and Santa's making his 15-second commercial for NCWLIFE channel. Are you?
In tonight's feature story, Zachary Beasley, a local special needs young man, recently received a custom John Deere tractor after a chance encounter with a stranger. After seeing NCWLIFE's coverage of this stranger's kindness, the John Deere Corporation decided to send Zachary a gift themselves.
Zachary Beasley, now 22, is an autistic, epileptic, and developmentally delayed young man with a bewitching spirit. He became a tractor enthusiast at a very young age. Receiving his own custom John Deere tractor from a special stranger was like a dream come true. Shortly after Zachary's story was published, John Deere reached out wanting to send him a very special gift. On Tuesday morning, Zachary opened a box full of John Deere merchandise. He received gloves, playing cards, a flag, zip-up hoodie, water bottle, and blanket. Also in the box was a handwritten card that read, "Zachary, we loved reading your story on the news. You have a very unique and cool tractor. From your friends at John Deere." It's safe to say that the smile on Zachary's face from his collection of kind gifts may last him straight through New Year's. Zachary's mom, Stephanie Gates, says she feels overwhelmed at John Deere's generosity. She says, quote, "Their kindness not only touched my heart, but also reaffirmed the goodness we can find in unexpected places."
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you ended your week on this Friday on a good note. We've got a little bit of everything weather-wise December 1st, and boy, it looked like it, didn't it, with that snow this morning. Scattered snow showers throughout the morning and into our afternoon, and then we even saw some blue sky at times this afternoon as our first storm system moves through, but we've got two more waiting in the wings to bring us a lot of precipitation as we get into next week. And we still have that winter weather advisory. It's in place the rest of tonight until about 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'll tell you what, we could see some snow. In fact, rounds of snow are expected right until Sunday. I think we will turn over to rain mixed with snow on Sunday, but certainly expect some snow on Saturday and winter driving conditions. Hazardous travel if you are you're traveling over the mountain passes. I'll tell you what, the red for Stevens and Snoqualmie passes, that means feet of snow is possible by the time we get into Sunday. We are going to see some very treacherous travel over Stevens and Snoqualmie, and that's going to continue over the weekend. So be very, very careful, or better yet, don't go if you have to travel west over the next couple of days. How much snow we'll get in Wenatchee, we have to wait and see. I thought we'd see maybe a couple inches today. That really didn't happen. So we could see at least an inch, or we could go up to 4 inches as we get into probably late Saturday and early Sunday. We'll just have to see how big a punch this next storm system brings. One thing we will see, though, as we get into Saturday, and that's some possible gusty winds. We could see winds around 26 miles an hour in the Wenatchee area. Of course, Ellensburg and places east will see the strongest winds, but expect some wind as we get into Saturday afternoon. All right, all of that coming up. We'll talk more about that. High temperature today. Once again, another cool one, 31 degrees at the airport in East Wenatchee. 37 is where we should be for this time of year. Look at this. Do you remember this just a couple of years ago? 70 degrees, our record high temperature set in 2021. 27 this morning, right exactly in line with where we should be for a low at 27. Our record low, once again, 1985, it was 4 below zero. So far, 1/100th of an inch of moisture. That gets us to 5.10 for the year, and that means we're still behind about 1.4 inches. Sunrise 7:27 this morning and set this afternoon at 412. All right, let's get you into your weekend, and temperatures, you'll notice, going to warm up a little bit. We're going to switch to a southwesterly flow as we get into Saturday. 38s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 39 for Wenatchee, Aniat, and Chelan. So we will see the warmest temperatures along the Highway 97 corridor. Even nice for Cashmere and Leavenworth, upper 30s tomorrow, and 34 the high temperature for you folks up in Lake Wenatchee. Tonight we can expect cloudy skies, still a strong southwesterly and westerly flow into Washington. Snow will once again develop as we get into our overnight hours. Expect that. This is what we could see around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. And yeah, here's our Saturday morning. Rain and snow likely throughout our area. And by the time we get into the afternoon, we'll see some breezy conditions. High pressure here, low pressure up into Canada. And that'll kick up those winds on Saturday. And that'll also warm us up into those upper 30s. For Sunday, round number 2 of the wet stuff. Cloudy skies, a 90% chance of rain and snow. Heavy in western Washington. Once again, fairly mild with highs in those upper 30s for Sunday. And boy, a lot of that cold air eroding away even in the Rocky Mountain states. By Monday, look at the size of that storm system. A 90% chance that we will see at least afternoon and evening rain, and that goes for the entire state of Washington. High temperatures on Monday. Look at that, warming into the mid-40s. Won't that feel nice? But it's going to be a wet one out there. For Tuesday, cloudy skies, and there's that atmospheric river pointed right at the Pacific Northwest. We're going to stay mild with that 80% chance of rain. High temperatures for Tuesday into the low 40s. Wednesday, our chance for rain now begins to go down a little bit. Mostly cloudy, a 50% chance of the wet stuff on Wednesday. High temperatures still above normal into the low 40s for midday Wednesday. And by the end of our forecast, getting you into Thursday next week, our friend high pressure returns into the Pacific, and that'll stabilize our weather somewhat. Mostly cloudy, just some scattered rain showers on Thursday. I think most of that will be in southern Washington from that little area of low pressure. High temperatures still staying mild on Thursday into those mid-40s. All right, your 7-day forecast around 30 tonight, so we're not going to change much for low temperatures. Once again, expect snow to redevelop overnight. That winter weather advisory going until 4 o'clock tomorrow. 39 on Saturday with windy conditions in the afternoon, and then 44s from Sunday through Tuesday, but it is going to be a wet one. An 80 to 90% chance of rain from Sunday through Tuesday, and then the wet stuff, the chance of it at least, goes down for Wednesday and Thursday. 42 the high Wednesday, mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high temperature of 45 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
At Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Deepwater Electronics is your one-stop shop for the latest in TV and sound technology. Whether you build your home theater or let them do it for you, Deepwater Electronics is the clear choice.
The switch is on to T-Mobile. Get the best 5G experience and the customer service you depend on. Only at Chelan Wireless in downtown Chelan.
The Seahawks played well but wound up losing in their third straight last night to Dallas 41-35. Geno Smith and the offense clicked well through three quarters, building a 35-30 lead behind 3 touchdown passes to DK Metcalf. Dak Prescott was just a little bit better, however, as the Cowboys remain unbeaten at home. Afterwards, Pete Carroll said it was a game the Seahawks probably should have won.
Well, that was a heck of a football game tonight. It's a hard game for anybody to lose. I love the way our guys played hard, and tough, and creative, and executed, and battled the whole time. It was a fantastic effort, and they give them credit too. They were playing hard too. Totally played for the moment and did it, and were there, and had great leadership from our older guys. But we had good play from the young guys too, and it's unfortunate that the game just, it feels like there was a whole nother factor in this game. I don't know. You guys saw a lot better than I did, but there's just way too many penalties in this game, and we got that for both sides. We got to get out of that kind of football. I thought so many guys came through and made big plays and tough plays and showed great heart and great resolve to hang in there. We had to score 3 times in one sequence from the inside the 10-yard line. We had to stop them inside the 15-yard line a couple different times and got that done. Knocked them back out of touchdown range. So many good sudden change kind of situations. I'm proud as hell of these guys and the way we fought. And unfortunately, there might be 5 plays in this game that could change the whole game.
Seattle was penalized 10 times for 130 yards in the game. Geno Smith, 23 of 41 for 334 yards, not sacked in the game. Meanwhile, Seattle's defense sacked Dak Prescott 4 times. Seahawks dropped to 6-6 with the loss and will play at San Francisco a week from Sunday. Third-ranked Washington is a 10-point underdog to 5th-ranked Oregon for the Pac-12 championship game tonight. The odds makers predict Bo Nix and the Oregon offense will roll over the Husky defense in tonight's game in Las Vegas. Coach Kalen DeBoer says after playing each other back in October, there's certainly no mystery about what each team likes to do.
You learn from the game before. They're going to make adjustments, but it's not like there's any secrets. You know who their personnel are. They know who ours are, and you quickly talk through again the details of what they do, how they do it, who they are, and you get the plan moving.
That game is underway right now on ABC. Central Washington, meanwhile, is in the quarterfinals of the NCAA Division II playoffs. Tomorrow morning in Golden, Colorado, the Wildcats take on Colorado School of Mines. That's mines, not mimes, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Here's a rundown of the college basketball schedule for the weekend. The Washington State men host Portland State tomorrow in Pullman at 2 on the Pac-12 network. Washington hosts Colorado State at 4 on the CBS Sports Network. 11th-ranked Gonzaga will host USC tomorrow night at 7 on ESPN. Women's college basketball, Washington State hosts UC Davis today. Washington is at home against San Francisco tomorrow at 1. On Sunday, the 3rd-ranked Stanford Cardinal visit the Kennel to face Gonzaga at 1 o'clock. Eastern Washington will host Boise State at 2. Well, another 1-goal game for the Seattle Kraken, another 1-goal loss in NHL play. Seattle fell in a shootout at Toronto last night, 4-3. Jared McCann scored twice. Eli Tolvanen scored once as Seattle climbed out of an early 2-goal hole to push the game into extra sessions.
Wenberg. Back around the Bjork strand for Eberle. Minutes to go on this power play. In comes McCann, holds and shoots, scores! That's what he can do. A power play rocket from Jared McCann with at least 25 attempts.
What was UC Jokinen? I thought it was going to be him. Or Franz Nielsen.
Slava Kozlov is 2.
There you go.
Lead pass for Marner working in. Scores! Hat-trick for Mitch Marner. And here they come.
But he'd be the first to tell you, points are there, and you got 8 of them in 2 games in a row, right? So I know they all count. Consistency.
Tolvanen works it and shoots, scores! Ellie Tolvanen a rocket over the shoulder of Wall. And Seattle's back within 1. Schultz. Lead pass to Wenberg. Moves it on Benoit, holds him off. Wenberg drops it back. In comes McCann and scores. McCann's got his second, and the game is tied at 3. Gets it back, throws it back in the slot to Matthews. Feeds across the rally, just bit to the champ now for Seattle the other way. Dunn with Eberle. Dunn works in. And a sprawling Marner trying to block. Chances for Eddie. It's got the wall. Everly took it right away.
Back to the same thing.
Nance gives Toronto the lead. Matthews scores! Scored twice in regulation. McCann with some speed, stopped by Woll.
Oh, he went with the fast body and slow puck.
2 for 3 this year. In comes Marner, scores! Mitch Marner's night as the Leafs win it.
Players and coach Hackstall felt like they've played well enough to win, but just came out short once again.
I think we played really well. I think it's one of the best 60 minutes we played so far, 65 minutes actually, so far this season. I felt like everybody was on their game today, and you know, we were down 2 goals going into the third, and you know, you saw everybody, you know, putting the effort and everybody wanted to come back, and you know, we got those 2 goals. You know, you never want to lose many games in a row in this league, and you know, I think it was a mindset before the game we talked about as a group too. You know, we had to have a hot start and you know, keep going, and I feel like we did a really good job with that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's just doing the right things today. I feel like it's easy to play hockey when you know, everybody's chipping in.
Well, we lost a point in a shootout, right? I mean, we were the better team tonight. So I call it as I see it. I mean, when we don't play well, I'll let you know, and I think I do that pretty honestly. We played really well tonight. We were the better team, and I thought we deserved a better outcome. It's disappointing to lose in the shootout, but you know, we have to now take this, come back. You know, we've got a good day of practice tomorrow before we head to Ottawa, and you know, and carry this performance, which was a complete performance, over into the game in Ottawa.
Seattle heads for Ottawa tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and you can watch it on Root Sports Northwest. The Wenatchee Wild will be busy over the next 3 days, starting tonight at home. Wenatchee is set to host the Portland Winterhawks in the first of a home-and-home series tonight and tomorrow. Tonight's game in the Town Toyota Center starts at 7. Wild will then they'll head on the road to face Portland tomorrow night at 6, then return home on Sunday to host Tri-City at 4 o'clock. For tickets and information, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Well, the fall sports season in Washington comes to an end with state football championships today and tomorrow at Husky Stadium. Liberty Bell repeats as the state 1B champions after an 68-22 win over Wilbur Creston Keller this morning. Lucian Paz threw for 4 touchdowns, ran for 3 more. The Mountain Lions finish an undefeated season. That's being followed by the 1A title between Royal and Lakeside 9 Mile Falls. The final game tonight kicks off at 7 for the 3A title between Bellevue and Yelm. Coming up tomorrow, Okanagan will try to conclude an undefeated season with the 1B, or make that the 2B championship. That'll get underway at 11 against Napavine. 2A title will be settled between Anacortes and Tumwater at 3. Finally, the 4A championship kicks off at 7 between Lake Stevens and Graham Caphausen. There's much more on our website. Go there for all the latest and what's happening this weekend at NCWLIFE.com. That, my friends, is sports.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it's that time of the year again. Beth Stipe, the Executive Director of the Community Foundation, North Central Washington, talking about the Give NCW campaign. It's the holiday season. I'd sing more, but I'll get sued. Don't want to do that. We love Beth. Everybody loves her foundation. How do you get involved on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley?
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.